ladies and gentlemen. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm down here in LOXAHATCHEE, Florida. Got here just right at dark last night. This operation, they say, is running from 10 a.m. to 3:30. So there's a line, got 7 trucks up there. Got about 7 trucks up there. I'm parked over here. So I got here last night, hadn't eaten all day yesterday, and decided I'd eat. So I pulled over here and was relaxing and ate, went to get out of the truck. I couldn't get out of the truck. And the rod that goes from the handle to the latch popped off. And so, and then the other door, it don't work either. The doors on this thing are crazy. But anyway, so I crawled out the window and went and got some tools, and was able to, that door opens from the outside as long as you unlock it. So I unlocked it and got in, and took some screws out, and was the past owner that owned the truck had bought a bunch of clips, and that's what it was. It was a clip. So apparently he's been dealing with that issue for a while. So thank you, Bob, for buying all them clips. They're coming in handy. So I dealt with that, and then I noticed when I was getting tools, that right there, that is an oil leak. That black you see right there, I said, oh, that ain't good. That should be pretty clean like that right on the outside. But that's what I seen, and I said, oh, that ain't no good. So I popped the hood and checked the dipstick, and it was just under full, but it's kind of leaning this way too, so that'd be about halfway. Yeah, I filled it, I topped it off before I left the house. And so you can see right there, see that mess? Yep. So she's pumping the oil out pretty good. It's coming out right there. Right back there. And right behind that, where it is, ladies and gentlemen, is this plate right here. It's got a gasket that behind it that goes to the block and puts anyway behind that plate to that block. It's the I've sealed it up, and the more I seal it, the higher it just comes on up. The leak does. It just finds its way one way or another. Well, so this is probably the heaviest load that I've hauled in a while. It's 21,000 pounds. And she's pushing oil real good. Plus, I had the winter front on it. She stayed right at 190, 200 degrees all day. So between pulling a little bit of weight and it being at operating temperatures, she's just pushing oil. And so now that gasket kit is at Caterpillar is $536. eBay has one for $289. There's a, oh, check this out, rainbow. And there's another one on eBay for 400 and something. so 409 or something like that. But I'm gonna have to make a decision and either order it or get the one from Caterpillar. As much as I don't want to, let me see if I could pull the radiator out without taking the hood off. I was thinking about taking the hood off and doing it just to make my life a lot easier, to get it out of the way. I may still do that, but you got to take the hood off, and all of that has to come apart. The front pulley's got to come off, fan, everything, the casing, and then all the gears. It's a big job. I've been putting it off as long as I've owned this truck, but I mean, I can't make money with a truck that's pumping out, and I run AMSOIL, see, and I got the bypass filter, so the oil I buy is very expensive, so yeah, diesel being outrageous and inflation and freight rates being down next to nothing, and then having to dump all this oil in this truck ain't gonna, it's not gonna work. We're gonna have to, I mean, I've been saying I need to do it, but last time out I had the clutch go out on me, and the clutch seems to be doing really well. The rest of the truck seems to be doing fine. So other than the doors locking me in, so that's what I had to do right there to get in it. I had to take these screws out and pull it back, and I'll get it put back together here in a little bit. Looks like there's a ring or a clip missing back. I think it must have failed. A clip right there, so that's not going to tighten back up. I'll have to be careful not to get cut on that. Yeah, that's not going to tighten up without that clip. Ain't gonna do any good try to put screws in it. But anyway, yeah, so this clip right here, see if I can get you in there. Nope. There it is. That little dude right there snapped off, and that's what locked me in. Now the other door, these doors are, I need to take these doors off. I need to do something with them. They're just, getting all over the place. Everything else seems to be doing fine except for raining on me right now. Let me get out of this rain here. So everything's doing fine other than being rained on, but that's all right. You know what? It's 70. It was 73 degrees when I got here. I had the air conditioner's running right now, and actually it's working. So on the AP unit, the truck one works really well. I spent a lot of money on rebuilding the whole system, so now hopefully I won't have any issues with that again. It exploded last summer, so these AC compressors, I don't know what it is, but that's the second one that's blown since I've had the truck, and well, I've only had it for 2 years, so that's one a year. That ain't good. I've heard of conversions. The guy showed me a conversion. Take the one that's on the Peterbilt and put it on there. I don't believe the one on the Peterbilt ever exploded like that, so that might be a good idea. If it happens again, that's what I'll have to do. So I want to replace AC compressors every year, plus you got to clean the system out and change the valves in it, and that's timely and costly. So hopefully it doesn't explode again. If it does, I'll look at converting it over to that AC compressor. It's on the P. But yeah, I'm gonna have to break down and tear the front of this motor apart, as much as I hate to. I mean, that's a lot of work for an oil leak, but this oil leak is really starting to get serious. So if it's getting serious, then that means it's gonna have to be taken care of. I mean, I got away with it for a while, but yeah, so that's in my near future. Right now, they unload here 10 to 3, and it's 8:21. So it's gonna be a minute before we can get unloaded out here. Anywho. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking at doing that front of this motor, and I don't know if I'll take the hood off or not. That will come on. I guess I'll probably will, because just to take the radiator out, you got to take those the spring assembly and everything off of the radiator. So if you're gonna go through all that, you might as well just take the hood off and just get her done. I mean, you know. So now that's the thing about having all. You got this truck was well taken care of. I mean, I drove it for a year without hardly any issues. I mean, when I got it, I took the interior apart and redid it, because I have really bad allergies to stuff, and dog hair is one of them. And he had a dog, and this thing was covered in doggy hair, and so. So yeah, so I did that. I took care of that right away. That was the first thing I did. She's pretty comfortable in here now. I don't. It's and plus I painted it from the gray. I didn't care for the gray. I mean, if you're gonna take it all apart, you might as well make it the way you want it, right? And I had red seats in it, but them things killed my butt, man. So I took those out. These came out of a Econoline, and they're nice and cushy. And so I didn't tighten that one back up. So anyway, so yeah, the truck has been a good one. So I just you know, better take care of that oil leak. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't seeing anything on the load board. I got there, and that what you see is in the yellow is up in Georgia. So the loads down here are like really, and of course that's expected. That's the way it's been. Is I've been driving truck since '92, and it's always been like that down here. So that's why you get your money coming in, and I got paid $4 a mile. So once I deadhead out of here, it'll probably come down to about, I don't know, $250 maybe $3. I'll have to do the math, but anyway, so that's realization when you come down here. You got deadhead out of here. So we'll do that. We'll get unloaded, and we'll just boogie on up to maybe Tifton or something like that, and see if we can find a load to deliver on Monday, and maybe up somewhere by the house or something. And I'll look into getting a gasket kit and make a plan on getting that front of that motor tore up and put back together. So it's always something. Look at my teeth with coffee I drink. Man, I love this coffee, but man, it sure yellows up what little teeth I have left. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for checking in. God bless. And later.